The Arizona Cardinals truly feel like Paris Johnson is high, right? Higher than Will Anderson, higher than anybody else on their board. I hope they trade back. I truly do, because I think the Arizona Cardinals can land Paris Johnson at the 6th. Let's see if we can make this 3 in a row. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we cover everything Arizona Cardinals, rumors, conversational pieces, breaking news, everything Arizona Cardinals. So if you're a big fan, definitely subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Let's talk about the 2024 NFL Draft and who the Arizona Cardinals should and can potentially pick with that 4th overall pick. Now, as of right now, we are 2 days away from the start of the 2024 NFL Draft. Arizona Cardinal fans have been excited for this day since November of 2023, and some actually since the beginning of last year. And that's just basically because the Arizona Cardinals didn't have great seasons in 2022 and 2023. So we've been logging for this day to finally get here. And as of right now, it is 2 days away. And it's actually really relieving that we're finally done with the mock draft season and all the rumors, and we're finally going to get our answers. So super exciting. Now let's go ahead and dive right into exactly what I feel like the Arizona Cardinals should do and what I think they are going to do. Now, as of right now, we did get kind of a latest report here from Adam Schefter. He ended up putting his last minute notes pertaining to everything you need to know heading into the 2024 NFL Draft for all the teams, but obviously we're going to be focusing down here on the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I'm only going to read this last paragraph on his article, and it says this: in the last year's draft, no team was more active in the first dozen picks than Arizona, which went from 3 to 12 to 6. All to wind up with defensive tackle Paris Johnson Jr. Houston's 2024 first-round pick and more selections, the Arizona Cardinals might pull off a similar feat and still come away with one of this draft's elite wide receivers, along with added draft compensation. Arizona already has 6 picks in the top 90, so a significant trade down isn't as urgent unless it's a huge package. Now, basically, that's kind of been something that we've been talking about for weeks and probably months now, that the Arizona Cardinals are open for business. We ended up hearing Monty Austinfort come out here and say that he loves the house that he lives in, right? But if somebody comes out here and offers him an absolute crazy deal, he's going to tell his family, we're going to be up and moving, right? So it's kind of one of those situations. And now, as of right now, it definitely feels like the Arizona Cardinals will be staying at 4 and basically hearing any options available. And I feel like they are open for business if that right offer is available out there right now. We did hear the idea that the Cardinals are wanting to get a king's ransom, and we're talking about 3 first-round picks to start the conversation, right? Now, last I heard, I don't think the Minnesota Vikings are willing to give up that much draft capital to potentially get the 4th best quarterback in the 2024 NFL Draft, but it does leave the door open for potentially the Arizona Cardinals trading back to 11 and potentially trading back up to get one of these top 3 elite wide receivers. Now, the latest rumors that we ended up hearing is that the New England Patriots are also fielding calls for a potential trade down, but I think when it all comes down to it, I think they are going to stick and pick and get their quarterback of the future. Now, there is another team right behind us at 5 with the LA Chargers. There's also rumored about them being a potential trade down team as well. So the Arizona Cardinals right now are not really the only team that is rumored to trade down. Now, I feel like the only real reason that the Arizona Cardinals are in this position for a potential trade down is because of what we did last year with us trading out to trade back in. But as of right now, where the Arizona Cardinals are at and where Monty Austinfort, our general manager, has set us up, we honestly do not need to trade down. And I feel like I really can't emphasize this enough. I feel like the Arizona Cardinals and Monty Austinfort set us up for this year for the Cardinals to potentially get their guy in Marvin Harrison Jr. at 4. So what I feel like the Arizona Cardinals will do is I think they are going to stay at 4 and hear all the trade offers that are going to be available. A lot of desperate teams are going to give a lot of crazy packages. But I think when it all comes down to it is if we're not going to be getting 3 first-round picks from any team, then I think what we're probably going to do is stick at 4 and get Marvin Harrison Jr. And I feel like that is going to be the right decision for the Arizona Cardinals moving forward. Now, we did hear Monty Austinfort come out here and say that yes, he does value the fans' opinions, but at the end of the day, he is going to do right by this organization and pick the player that he sees fit for the Arizona Cardinals.
But he's got favorites, and hey, that goes with the territory. So, you know, I think ultimately JG and talked about this at length. Like, no matter what decision it is, whether it's draft or free agency or cutting a player or who makes a practice squad. Every decision that we make, it will always be what's in the best interest of the team.
Now, as of right now, hearing him say that, that only kind of really emphasizes the fact that this is the right pick for the Arizona Cardinals, and this is the right for the organization as well, right? Right for the organization, right for the team, right for the fan base. Don't really get an opportunity to get a player like this, and I think we're very fortunate to have the first 3 teams ahead of us that are very, very quarterback needy. There's a lot of rumors out there about maybe the Patriots can snipe away Marvin Harrison Jr. Yet now, technically, yes, they can, but I think at the end of the day, they need to get themselves a quarterback. They need to get this fan base, the New England fan base, very excited for a potential quarterback in the future. And if you get a Marvin Harrison Jr., you're not really doing anything for Marvin Harrison Jr. or that organization as well. Now, something I learned recently, probably about a week or 2 ago, and I'm so surprised I didn't make this into a video, is that Marvin Harrison Jr. only met with 3 teams, and that is going to be the New York Giants, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Chicago Bears. So it also kind of feels like it's written in the stars right now. If the Giants do somehow trade up to 4 and kind of, you know, get us to a point where them making us feel like, oh, we need a quarterback, and they snipe Marvin Harrison Jr. away from us, then obviously the Cardinals are moving to 6 and they could still land themselves a Rome Odunze. So hearing the fact that he only met with 3 teams, now I think he probably met with more teams in the combine, but I'm talking about the top 30 visits. The fact that he only met with 3 teams is honestly kind of written in the stars for me that the Arizona Cardinals are very, very highly motivated to get Marvin Harrison Jr., especially if they're not going to be getting that King's ransom that they really kind of want, right? Because if you really think about it, Marvin Harrison Jr. is as blue chip of a player as you could possibly, you know, have out there, right? You need to make sure that when you get this player, he's going to be a bona fide superstar, a bona fide starter, a guy that's going to be with your organization for 7, 8, 9, 10 plus years, right? And some people already have Marvin Harrison Jr. as a potential Hall of Famer. So if you're really going to be moving out of that 4th overall pick, you really have to weigh your options out there, right? Are you going to be able to get blue chip player here at 11 and 23? And of course, I'm using the Minnesota Vikings picks as an example. Honestly, the odds are probably you're not, right? So the Arizona Cardinals need to absolutely get a King's ransom to move out of that 4th overall pick. And hearing what I'm hearing recently, I feel like the Arizona Cardinals are going to stay at 4, listening to the trade offers. And I think at the end of the day, there's not going to be anything that piques their interest that's going to be able to have them move off of that 4th overall pick. And they're going to land themselves Marvin Harrison Jr. Let me know your guys' thoughts here in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day and go Cards.